Coming in, as far as Prime Minister Modi is concerned, he has decided not to fly over Pakistan and instead fly over Oman and Iran route when he goes to Bishkek, the capital of Kyrgyzstan, for the SCO summit. Earlier, Pakistan had, in principle, given clearance for the Prime Minister's aircraft to go through their airspace. Also, India will not engage with any sort of talks with Pakistan, which means no pull aside or even extended conversations that will be held with Pakistan, apart from the possibility of an unavoidable public exchange at the dais. Joining me live at this point in time is our executive editor who's headed to Bishkek and he's getting us live updates from Kyrgyzstan there. Abhishek, first up, as far as Pakistan is concerned, already the line that they have taken is that it is up to Prime Minister Modi and India what route they would like to take, because they have, when it comes to Prime Minister and the Minister of External Affairs, cleared two possible routes so that they can travel to Kyrgyzstan. But when it comes to Pakistan, it seems that India has avoided any sort of being in touch, whether it's using their airspace or even any sort of a dialogue with Pakistan at the SCO summit.
Well, media. Amita, diplomacy is about optics, and if Pakistan allowed External Affairs Minister, the then External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj, to travel to Bishkek in Kyrgyzstan on May 21-22, India also gave permission to Shah Mahmood Qureshi, the Pakistani Foreign Minister, to travel to Sri Lanka and Maldives using Indian airspace. But it was definitely a miscalculation on the part of MEA, given the fact that we have taken a strong position on Pakistan, and there was no question of India engaging with Pakistan in any manner. The route that Prime Minister is taking now via Oman and Iran, Prime Minister could have taken earlier without engaging with the Pakistanis on the permission front. Also, now that Prime Minister is taking the Oman and Iran route, the controversy should be put to rest. Having said that, there is no question of engaging with the Pakistanis. There is no pull aside. The Minister of External Affairs, so the Foreign Secretary himself, have made it very clear, and we are being asked to move a bit from here because of security reasons. I believe this is part of, if I can show this road is part of the route where the leaders would be coming in a while, because just a block away from me is the President's Palace where the summit is going to take place. But Amita, what is important is that SCO is a very important organization in the Central Asian region, and you can gauge the importance of the organization from the fact that even the United States of America has applied to become its member, or at least an observer, and its application is pending since 2005, because this is essentially China's backyard or Russia's backyard and China's area of influence. Also, the likes of Recep Tayyip Erdogan of Turkey have maintained that if they can become a member of SCO, they are more than happy to relinquish their membership of NATO. So that's how SCO is evolving, and for India to be a full-time member of that organization itself is very important. India became a member in 2017, and Prime Minister Modi would be participating for second time in the most important Heads of States Council meeting today and tomorrow from Bishkek here in Kyrgyzstan.
Absolutely, and when it comes to the talks and the meetings that the Prime Minister will be holding, Abhishek, when it comes to formal and informal, we have seen the kind of close relationships that Prime Minister Modi has had in his first term as Prime Minister, and the kind of strengthening of ties we've seen with foreign countries. This time around, what do you believe is different, coming in a very stronger Prime Minister, the kind of mandate that he's received in the election results?
Well, naturally, and it's getting reflected in the kind of engagements he's having. You know, he lands and has a bilateral with President Xi Jinping of China immediately at around 4:30 p.m. India time, and then he has back-to-back bilateral with Russian President Vladimir Putin, and then after an informal dinner for the SCO leaders hosted by the Kyrgyz president. He has one-on-one with the Afghan President Ashraf Ghani. Afghanistan is an observer and to the SCO, and Ashraf Ghani is present in Bishkek in his capacity as an observer nation. And tomorrow, Prime Minister gets to engage with Iranian President Hassan Rouhani, and of course a bilateral with the President of Kyrgyzstan, the host nation. So that reflects the kind of engagements he is getting. It reflects the importance India is getting, the leverage India has now, and of course Prime Minister's mandate, as Prime Minister himself is wont of saying, gives him that extra heft when he deals or engages with the world leaders. We have seen it how he did it in the first term, and in the second term even more so, given the renewed mandate is even more powerful than the first one, Amita.
Absolutely. So we've seen the kind of snub in a big way that India seems to be given to Pakistan. Right after Prime Minister was sworn in, it was all the BIMSTEC countries who were invited to the grand swearing in, especially now when it comes to the first big foreign push, the first big summit that Prime Minister Modi will be attending. No talks whatsoever will be taking place with the rogue nation there. Abhishek, for the moment, thank you very much. We'll keep coming back to you for the latest developments.